Hi everyone, this is James from Coins Alert. Let us take a look at this crypto basic version. Top lawyer Jeremy Hogan says that a Ripple settlement might happen before XRP ETFs are allowed. So Hogan says that the SEC case and appeal are pretty much over. When will it happen? Not if. Chances about 99%. I've been trading crypto regularly for over 380 days and always end the month with a profit. People who copy my moves have made over $29,000 in profits in just the last 90 days. Want to see my real stats? To copy my trades for free today, click the first link in my personal description. XRP ETFs are also on their way. It will happen soon. Hold on tight, everyone. There will be big changes soon. Now for the big question, when is everything going to happen? Now things really start to get interesting. When does it happen? What is the order of things that happen? Could it happen now that the market is rising? There's where the fun starts. Now, let's talk about the most recent odds from Bloomberg for the XRP ETF to be approved. They have some of the best ETF analysts on the line, but I honestly think they're off base, and you'll see why. Now, I want to talk about a story that caught my attention, an article from the street that was on Yahoo. One of the best analysts thinks that XRP's chances of becoming an ETF are the worst, but I have to respectfully disagree. This is why. To be honest, most of the news about XRP this year has been good. The environment is growing quickly, and it couldn't be happening at a better time. The market going up. The big story is now here. The SEC has to give NASDAQ permission to list the CoinShares XRP and Litecoin ETFs. That's right. The stock market wants XRP to join. It is clear that things are moving forward, and the time couldn't be better. Let me be clear up front before we start. I'm not an expert on money. Nothing I say should be taken as advice about money. Do not buy or sell anything because of what I say. I'm just a crypto fanatic who likes to share news on YouTube for fun. That's out of the way. Let's get to the good stuff. It makes me really happy when we get news like this, even though Attorney Hogan isn't running his famous Legal Briefs YouTube program anymore. His ideas are still very valuable. He helped the XRP community through one of its roughest times for years. When he shares something, I make sure it gets extra attention. The piece for today is a juicy nugget. According to lawyer Jeremy Hogan, the SEC and Ripple case might reach a deal before XRP ETFs goes public. Is this the start of something new? Let's hope to hear more from Hogan soon. Yesterday, a well-known lawyer answered a very important question from the XRP community. Someone who is interested asked lawyer Hogan if the SEC might approve one of the many XRP ETF applications before ending its case against Ripple. People all over town talked about Hogan's answer right away. This is what was said. For people who like XRP, this is an interesting view from lawyer Hogan. The question was whether the SEC would accept XRP ETFN before the case was settled or thrown out. A classic case of chicken or egg. What did Hogan say? It's much more likely that settlement will come first. It takes longer for ETF approvals because of all the paperwork, dotting of the I's, and crossing of the T's. The catch is this. Hogan thinks the case might be over by April or May of this year. Based on what he said, it could happen at any time, but don't hold your breath for February. There is a finish line in sight, but you still need to be patient. When do you think this case will finally be over, if we're being honest? April or May? What a great time that would be. Why? History tends to repeat itself, which could mean that a bull run is just around the corner for XRP. Remember that XRP reached its highest point during the last cycle in April 2021, when it was worth about $2. If things line up right again, this news could start a fire that gets bigger. One thing is for sure, XRP is going to enter price discovery mode soon. That's what I think. Still, this could be the spark that starts something bigger. I get it too. It's kind of funny, since the law already makes XRP clear, it looks like everything is clear here, right? But let's be honest, the market doesn't always stay calm when news has even a weak connection to XRP. Do you remember the 21st of November? The moment Gensler said he was leaving on the 20th of January. XRP's value really quickly went up. Even though the story wasn't directly about XRP, the ongoing SEC drama made people nervous, and the market responded. Could we see something like this now? It wouldn't surprise me at all. The real question is whether or not an ETF can be approved before a settlement is made. It feels right to me, so I think it's worth looking into. Let's look more closely at the most recent story. Eric Balkunas and James Seifert, two experts at Bloomberg, have made another big guess. This time, it's about how likely it is that the SEC will approve an XRP ETF. There's a lot of talk about their ideas in the crypto world, and for good reason. James Seifert is at the heart of this debate. He is known for his accurate research that led to the approval of the Bitcoin ETF. Some people question whether or not he likes XRP. We may not agree with him, but his opinions are based on facts and not our own opinions, which is why you should listen to them. Still, some of his ideas might make you scratch your head. Are they a little strange? Perhaps. But Seifert's track record is hard to ignore in a world where crypto predictions are often as accurate as flipping a coin. I've been thinking about this. Is there any bias here? For example, could this be a case of XRP layout syndrome? I really don't think so. Not in this case anyway. But based on what I've seen before, I'm not sure if this person really likes XRP. It's not a big deal either way. Now look at what he wrote. He mentioned Eric Balchunas, who works with him and is a top ETF analyst at Bloomberg. This is what he said. I looked over the applications for spot crypto ETFs, and we think that a number of assets, especially Litecoin, Solana, XRP, and Dogecoin, have a good chance of being approved. This has very important effects, especially since the filings for XRP and Dogecoin are expected to be accepted this week. Let's look at some interesting ideas about what crypto ETFs might be like in 2025. Lawyers who work for the SEC and Commissioner Pierce's crypto task force say that by the end of 2025, the ongoing cases will make the security versus commodity argument clearer. That sounds good, right? But this is where I have to raise a question. Some people are arguing about the chances of ETF approval for different coins. A 90% chance is given for Litecoin, a 90% chance for Solana, a 70% chance for Dogecoin, and a 65% chance for XRP. What? 65% for XRP? With all due respect, I couldn't disagree more. I think that number is way off, and I'll tell you why in a moment. I want to thank Eric Balchunas for giving me these numbers. Let's separate them. He said, our official altcoin ETF approval odds are in. With a 90% chance, Litecoin is at the top. Doge, Solana, and XRP are next. It's interesting that the forecasts only include 33-act IBIT-style filings. However, futures ETFs could be made possible through Cayman subsidiaries. Notably, XRP made the list, even though the logic behind it is strange. These are the frontrunners. Now here's the deal. The analysts who are looking into ETFs know a lot about them, but they don't seem to know much about XRP's legal position. Also, just to be clear, this isn't a jab. They just don't seem to get the subtleties here. For what it's worth, Cointelegraph also got this wrong. James Seifert, an ETF expert at Bloomberg, pointed out why Litecoin might be better. Not like Solana and XRP, Litecoin is not considered a security by the SEC. This makes it a better bet for approval. It's an interesting relationship, but it makes me wonder more than it answers. When I saw that Cointelegraph wrote about XRP, they talked about a quick change in tune. It made me laugh. They're now cautiously optimistic about XRP after years of pulling it through the mud. Why? Most likely because they don't want to go down in history as bad people. But let's make something clear. The SEC has never said that XRP is a security. Yes, their case against Ripple is based on the embodiment theory, which could mean that XRP itself is eligible. But if you ask them directly about it, they'll avoid it. No matter what, the law now makes sense for XRP, but not for some other assets that are still unclear. I just roll my eyes when I read stories that say otherwise. The year is 2025. How do people still not get this? Analysts such as James Seifert and Eric Balchunas say there are 65% chances that an XRP ETF will be released this year.